history of this valley is a history of active outdoor sports. It's really comes back to the earliest of those destinations in the country, and it makes sense that as mountain biking came in, it would be adopted by the community and has been integrated into the very active outdoor lifestyle that we love so much here.
Profile Trails is our core network of the trail systems here. We're focusing specifically on our mountain bike trails at the moment. It has a lot of history to it. We're settled north of Franconia Notch, and we're this quiet little town that's almost undiscovered on a map with an epic history of trails and outdoor recreation.
A lot of the people that are coming in and pulling into our shop for, some coffee or, some food, they have their bikes on the back of the car. People want to really experience it on bike. There's a caveat to that, though. There's nothing flat around here. So you're going to have to be prepared to bike up some hills. Biking up here can take you into the interior of these mountains, and what you see is some really cool wildlife, some really cool colors, some really cool trees, the sounds that you can hear that you would miss being in a car. And then you can stop and you can look and you can experience it.
In the old days, we really hit those steeps. We got our seats in our stomach. I've always had more complaints than acknowledgement that, hey, I like your trails. It was more like, no, these are too hard. What's wrong with your trails? It's really not machine made, so they're different. And people that come back are the people that really want to experience more of a backcountry trail system.
We really think that this is the way mountain biking was meant to be. We sort of do go all the way back to the roots of the sport. So we have mountain biking experiences that can really be as original and authentic as you'll find anywhere.
We're trying to share our love of what our trail system is, which is kind of that technical side country feel that you don't get most other places. With that in mind, we're definitely trying to develop more beginner-friendly terrain and trails so that everyone can enjoy them all together.
I like to ride my bike because it gives me a different way to get outside and enjoy the trails that we live around. The trails around here are really well built and accessible, and we have great parking and roll right in access. We get to ride right along the river's edge. The Franconia area chapter of NEMBA is important because it helps to create and establish these trails that we've got going. It helps to maintain them and make sure they're accessible. In the future, I hope the trail system to continue to grow and remain accessible and partner with the adaptive organizations nearby to help make sure that bikes and trails are accessible to everybody in the area who wants to be able to do this and access what we've got to offer.
With all of the traffic for outdoor recreation and mountain biking was actually how a couple of the local businesses that are here now got started.
About 2 years ago, I was riding with my local buddies that I always ride with in Franconia, and we finished a Sunday ride and there was nowhere to go have a beer. So it all kind of came together with my friends wanting to start a brewery. The local community in Franconia has been invaluable to us. My favorite thing to do when I'm pouring beers is when I see a truck or a car rolling with a bunch of bikes in the back. It brings a smile to my face. I just love watching someone come in with legs that are all mashed up from riding in the woods and covered in mud. Because I run over and ask them where they rode, how were the trails, what did they do? And then obviously pour them a beer next.
When you come to Franconia, you're not going to want to leave. We've got the views, we've got the beer, we've got the trails, and the people here are fantastic. It's just a little piece of heaven.